What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about the best abilities to use on defense. It is updated, so what you're going to need to do, if this is your first video, you're going to need to go into the playlist for Madden 26, and you're going to have to go to the previous videos. Everything is in timeline sequence, so you can see the changes as the game actually continues to evolve with title updates in Madden 26. Okay, I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and like the video, hype it, like it, share it. I know I said like it twice, like it again, and keep it moving. These packs, I left this up on the screen to show you. Pretty much what's happening is during this week leading up until Thanksgiving, you're going to be able to earn free 84 plus packs and a ton of Twitch packs by just watching my stream on Twitch at GmiasWorld. As long as your account is linked, your EA account is linked to your Twitch account, you're going to get a ton of free packs. So I wanted to show you this because so many of you guys have started to follow me on Twitch to get the free content. Get over there, make sure you do it, and you'll be all set. All right, so we'll go over in future videos what I'm going to be doing with all those 154 unopened packs, and you're not going to want to miss it live over at GmiasWorld on Twitch. So go ahead over there, search GmiasWorld, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. Now, let's jump into the defensive side of the ball. I did give you part one of the offense. We went over some of the abilities. Right now, we're still labbing the fact that I'm using one ability. Currently on the King Joe Burrow because I'm waiting for the new release of the cards that are coming soon with the all Madden cards. So right now we're just using Master Tactician, which gives us Conductor, it gives us all kind of stuff, Hot Route Master, all kinds of weird stuff all in one, and Playmaker. So we're just using that for now. I don't know if it's going to be something that's going to last, but we did complete the new event very, very easily, only using that on offense. So it has been pretty beautiful, just so you guys know. All right, now we're going to jump over to the defensive side of the ball because that's what you guys are here for, and you've been really enjoying the content about the best abilities. So we're going to go ahead and break it down. I will show you this really quickly. I do play Will Anderson Jr. out of position, and primarily because of the fact that I can't put him in over here because Micah Parsons is needed for one of the crystals in the first sequence of drops with crystals. Okay, I have to have him on the team to get that +1 speed. Okay, I always get asked this question, gee, which crystal drop is the best? The first one with Patrick Surtain, Micah Parsons, and it's one more dude, Saquon Barkley. Now I know it's very expensive, but that's because of the fact that they are the only three that provide speed. All the other ones is all placebo. Oh yeah, you get acceleration. Okay, EA. Yeah, all right, bro. Listen, you need the speed because the speed actually matters and it makes it so you get the +3. So I can't move him, right? If I move this guy, it doesn't really matter because, you know, it's kind of weird because he is a left edge. This guy I can move, but it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't really matter, and I use him still. James Pierce, also as a rookie premier, yes, he's still playing for me with the 86 speed. But he's 6'5", and that size actually really goes crazy at the D-tackle position where I have him. And then Malcolm Kuntz, because he's a team builder, he gives me ×2 chemistry, so I leave him starting. Just remember, even if you have a card out of position, as long as you're over the 50, they still get all the chems, okay? They get all the Raiders chems because you've already gotten to a 50, so I don't need him to make 50. If I was at 49 and I had him out of position, it would matter. It doesn't matter now because I'm at 53 or 54 or something like that. I'm at 54, so it doesn't matter, all right? So you see, he still gets the boost and everything like that, all right? So a lot of the abilities and stuff that works, you need the right players to make it work. This is a free card. You can upgrade him as a Season 3 player. It is not hard to do. He is definitely a beast. I know I saw Skip Bayless say that he's better than Micah Parsons after what we just saw last week. I don't really care for Skip's opinions, but I would tend to agree that it is true that Will Anderson at this time is better than Micah Parsons. We can debate it. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it, but that dude is a machine. All right? Now, so we're going to start with the abilities, okay? This is what I've been experimenting with. We've gone away from all the other things, the Edge Threat Elite that gives pressure, all that stuff, and I've combined a way where I've given all of my players a suitable way to be able to have an ability and have a possible rush. So what you're going to want to try out, and again, this is a tryout for you guys, but it's worked for me. Dude, I've been dominating with this, all right? Every player that can get Speedster on your D-line, and I run 4-3-6-1. Every single player that can get Speedster, you're going to give them Speedster on your D-line. So only person that can't get it is James Pierce because he's an outdated card, so I give him Ripper. And the reason that I'm going to show you this, right, Anything like these, like the swim club, spinner, these 1 AP abilities like Ripper, they generate different animations on the D line since the title update. So even if I have only Ripper, he doesn't go ahead and only do rip rush moves. If you put swim club, he won't only do swim. If you do spinner, he won't only do spin. You can alternate any of these 1 AP abilities, just give it to all of the D line. And one of them on each snap is going to generate some type of power move. Now look, this is why it happens. If you look at the patch notes, they've given like an update with the title update to make the players respond based on whatever the O-line is doing. Now, typically, most players that you play, including pros, they're going to come out with their set offensive line to base, because you can do it automatically now with the update. You can just set your O-line always to block with base. That is a huge mistake, because base no longer blocks like it did prior to the patch. So it actually opens it up. So you may have noticed that people are just screaming at you because you have it set at base. That's why. EA messed up what base was prior to the update. So when you give all of the D line, even a 1 AP ability, just don't give them Stonewall. Stonewall does not generate pressure on the D line. Anyone that tells you that does not love you. Okay, so just make sure you remember that. So those are two of my DNs, and then Leroy Glover, I'm going to show you what he has, another 1 AP ability, which is also Speedster because he gets it, and then also Max Crosby, he also gets it on the end. So that's the D line, all right, because all of them now have an opportunity to be able to break off and do something. Very, very important. Okay, now one of the other things you can do is you can replace some of these players. You see like how he's an 89 speed and Will Anderson is a 92? You can replace them if you feel that they're too slow. And you can find other players that, you know, that more suit what you do. But at this time, I'm still using him because he's a pretty decent card. But at any time, you can just change it up. I'm just giving you the players that I'm using because it's a Raiders theme team and pretty much explaining the abilities. So that's the D line. As far as your corners, I would recommend, and it's only a recommendation, that you give your corners pick artist. If you can afford it. The way that I have it set, pick artist on both my corners, it works out better for me because yes, you're gonna still get dotted, you're gonna get agged, all that stuff's gonna happen. Everything that you can imagine is gonna be disgusting. But at least they'll have the opportunity to always go for an interception instead of a swat. Now, in most cases, they will go for the interception. In the rare cases, they still will go for the swat, and it's really, really stupid. But they'll do it, and I'm just letting you know. But more often than not, they'll intercept the ball. Okay, your user, still, I'm rocking with Jeremy Chen. Lurk artist, out of my way. I think that the user should always have out of my way because it helps you to shed off of blocks. All right, Lurk artist, best user ability in the game. All right, as soon as my corners start getting it, I think that they'll pick the ball a little bit more. As far as the X factors are going to go with the fact that I have, right now, I'm only using Jesse Bates with the mid zone. All right, I'm still with that because they played excellent with this, and it only takes 2 incompletions to activate, so I have it activated pretty much every game. That's what they have on both sides as X factors. As far as the third one, I don't really need a third one. On the edge guys, because I have my linebackers, my safeties out of position at linebacker, I give them no outsiders to stop the run, and that really, really helps. If you do want to sub in a safety, you have to understand that when you sub them in there, they're not going to get recognition as, a Raider unless you have them in a previous position. Like how I have Taylor Mays here, so he's here. So he's not out of position because I have him at free safety, and I paid for the alternate chemistry for out of position. So you have to have him in his real position, and then you can put him in as a linebacker, and then he'll just be there for when you start the game, so that you don't have to pause it and do all the other stupidness. All right? Out of my way is suitable. If you wanted to have out of my way instead of no outsiders, but trust me, with the way that these bots are running the ball, you're going to need outsiders, no outsiders on them. So that's where we are right now. I'm looking to get you guys some gameplay with this, but if you want to check out live gameplay, you can go to GmiasWorld Gaming right here on YouTube and look at the full past broadcast of my Twitch broadcast, and that'll pretty much explain it. But I will be bringing you exclusive gameplay here at GmiasWorld very soon, showcasing you the defensive prowess that we've been doing. So hopefully you enjoy it, and I'm going to see you guys and girls soon. You stay well, stay blessed. Until next time, one love, y'all.